Sorry. Sorry I'm a bit late. We had spaghetti for dinner and just finished eating it. Very yummy, very yummy. Hi, Estrella! Oh my goodness! Hi, Estrella! Oh my goodness! Congrats on getting first, sweetheart. Congrats. Spaghetti. There should be some left. Oh, yeah, it just took a second to load there. Hi, Ninetail. Spaghetti. Mwah. Sorry, I muted the mic with my nose again. But hi, Estrella. Hope you've been alright, sweetheart. Please go give Estrella a follow. Give her lots of love, please, if you're not already. He's our resident stinky sheep office lady. You got a migraine? Oh no. I hate migraines. I hate headaches. I'm sorry to hear that, Ninetail. Hopefully I don't make it worse. Pot stickers, are those stinky? I don't think so. So, Estrella is our resident yummy smelling sheep office lady. Is that weird? Tell someone they smell yummy? I don't know. Mwah. Sorry, that was loud. I probably peaked the mic. Mwah. Mwah. Sorry. Goodness. Now you want pot stickers? Pot stickers are quite yummy. Yes, they are. To salad and crackers because usual to your job. Do you get like that's stinky? Yeah. Do you get the quote unquote lunch kits from like the canned tuna company? What's it called? Bluefin? Is it called Bluefin? I don't know. The mascot's a blue tuna guy, and it comes with like a tin, like a little can of spread and package of crackers. Or do you make it yourself? Because I saw those all the time when I worked at Walmart, and I don't think I ever saw them move. Bluefin? I don't know. I don't know. Can tuna mascot. Charlie the Tuna. Starkist. That's what it's called. Starkist. Brunswick. Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe that was what I was thinking of. I don't know. Kiss? You want to kiss Ninetale? There you go. I've never had them. Are they yummy? Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. The lemon pepper, buffalo style, ranch chicken salad, tuna salad. You're welcome, Ninetale. Would you like another? Tastes like metal. I could see that, yeah. They just stuff it full of iron or something? Interesting. Your emotes are so cute, Estrella. We have a dead emote now, too. Tweely drew it for me. I was mowing the backyard. I guess that was this year, a couple months ago, and she was like, "Hey, I want to have more stuff from my portfolio. Is it okay if I draw an emote for you?" And I was like, "Heck yeah!" So Tweely's art is awesome. um, yeah, that's actually really cute that they're married like that. That's cute. Let me give Tweely a shout out here. She hasn't streamed too often. I think she's studying or something. She's a busy snake lady. Her model is gorgeous. Her model is gorgeous. I think Barkest Barkest did her model. Gorgeous. Gorgeous work. Hi, chickies. Mwah. How are you, Spear? How you doing? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I forgot to give heads up about the ad break. If you get ads, I haven't seen an ad on Twitch for months. Yeah, Barkest. Yeah, Barkest Black, I believe. Yeah, Barghest. Yeah. I think her name is Barkest Black. You could just home from work, so you're really tired. Well, welcome home from work, chickies. I'm proud of you, swear. You worked hard today. It's a British dog cryptid thingy. Oh, okay. I think it's I think it's a D&D monster too, which is not surprising. Kind of looks like a warg, but I guess is not quite a warg. But welcome home, chickies. Hope you get some good rest, sweetheart. Put on some nice cozy pajamas, get some food in ya, get some water. But I'm good. I'm good. We had spaghetti for dinner with some Texas toast. I can't remember what brand it is. For 6 minutes and 3 Grix ate you. Grix? What are Grix? That sounds familiar. Grick. Why were you fighting Grix as your first? Huh? I don't have monster manual on me. What CR is a Grick? Goodness. AC 4. Oh, okay. 27 HP. Alright. I've never fought a Grick. You were very scared. It's a worm with a beak and teeth. Yeah. I've never used a Grick or fought a Grick in the game of D&D. What level were you? Were you level 1? Fighting a Grick? 3 Gricks at level 1 is kind of crazy. Excuse me. I've only had one character die. My brother was running Tomb of Horrors. I think it was Tomb of Horrors. For me, my dad, and some some neighbors, some family friends. We were investigating a mansion or something. Maybe it was Curse of Strahd. I don't remember. I looked in a well and a snake bit me and I died. I've been that angry in a while. Because the snake bite did like 3 damage. So I was level 1. I was a cleric and I had like 9 HP. And if you do, it's either double or I think it's double a creature's hit point total in like 1 hit. They just instantly die. And the snake bit me, and then it was a venomous snake that was living in this well for some reason, and the poison killed me. I was upset. I was so upset. I haven't been that mad in a while. You want good boy? Okay, chickies. Over one, and there was a bear. You ran from the bear, so then you ran into an undead. So the undead ran to sell it to a merchant for a sword. Then 3 Gricks ate you. Aww. Were you playing by yourself? Were you the only player? I've done that with my brother a couple times. Last time I did that, one of the times I did that, I was playing a skeleton wizard. I was playing as a wizard that was reanimated as a skeleton and was living in the woods. And I wanted to summon my Saint Bernard find familiar, but the components for the spell is like a good chunk of yes, they can use a good chunk of charcoal, like good quality charcoal for some reason. And my brother was like, well, you don't have charcoal, so you can't do it yet. I was like, okay, fine. I spend weeks burning wood in the forest to get enough charcoal to equal a chunk of good quality charcoal to summon my Saint Bernard familiar. And then he's like, okay, that's enough. Yeah, because Estrella was playing and then she got eaten by 3 Gricks. And she was level 1. Meaning the DM who wanted to teach me everything. Okay. Gotcha. I hope you had fun, Estrella. Hope you had fun. Hi, Aya. And get you your scratches after I get Chicky his good boy. Alright, y'all. Please go follow Aya too. Please. She's awesome. Aya's awesome. Really good at Muse Dash. And now Aya's really sweet. Please give Aya lots of love. Please. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, chickies. Okay. I can get you some squishies, Aya. Of course, Aya. Of course. Chickies. Thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. Spending time with us on the stream. Thank you. It's always good to see you. Always good to see you. Jinkies, you worked very, very hard today. And I'm very, very proud of you. You're a very, very good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, Jinkies, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, Jinkies, good boy. Sorry. Good boy, Jinkies, good boy. Good The happy face with tears in their eyes, that's not plead, right? But it's just teary-eyed? I don't know. It doesn't work in the chat docket in OBS, but on mobile it works, and then Twitch Unity works on OBS, but doesn't show up on mobile. That's so weird. Good boy, Chicky's good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Such a good boy, yes you are. Yes you are such a good boy. Look at you, such a good boy, yes you are. Mwah, mwah. Excuse me, sorry. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, Chicky's good boy. Look at you, such a good boy, yes you are. Such a good boy. A very, very good boy. Good boy, Chicky's good boy. Mwah. Thank you for the good boy redeem, Chucky. Thank you. Sorry if those kisses sounded too wet. My mouth isn't actually dry yet, so we just started. Well, thank you for. I'm glad you like the chickies. I do my best. I do my best. Okay. I wanted mic scritches like this, Aya. If you want, I can swap the mic cover to this foam one if you prefer foam scritchies. Just let me know. Foam sounds nice? Okay. 1 second. Okay. Usually the furry one, yeah. The mic, my HyperX Quadcast didn't come with mic covers. So when I started doing ASMR, to make fuzzy sounds, I took a teddy bear and I rubbed his paws on the mic like this. Whatever works, yeah. It was just that his fur would get caught in the mesh of the mic, so it would kind of make popping sounds. So it wasn't too pleasant. But I got this in the fuzzy one in a. But they came together in an item on Amazon. So. I feel like someday I might need to get a new fuzzy mic cover. This one's getting maybe a little worn out. I don't know. It's not too fuzzy. Like, I want one of the mic covers that is like really long and wispy, because those ones like make a little better sounds. Like. Like. Those ones sound like the ocean to me. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. Does this sound okay? Oh yeah? Is this okay for you? But they only really make those ones for like big fancy microphones. Last time I looked for one. if you ever get the opportunity to, I find playing D&D as a monster, just using the monster stat block out of the manual, is actually pretty fun to me. Depends on the monster, of course. If the monster has like things besides claw attack, bite attack, but this bite attack heals like half the damage, that you know, you need some spice. like my brother was like, hey, you wanna play D&D? It's like, okay, but I don't want to make a new character right now. Okay, let's make a. Can I play as a woodwode? And a woodwode is a haunted tree stump. Haunted animated tree stump. It's made via a dark druidic ritual where the druid like removes someone's heart and like puts it in a dead tree stump, and then like 2 weeks later or something like that, the woodwode wakes up, and then you give the woodwode an order like, go kill somebody, go find this thing, and the woodwode will do that until it dies. So you get woodwodes that are just wandering around because they either their master is dead, or they're usually wandering around because the master is dead, and whatever the master told them to do last, they're done with. So they're just kind of wandering around. But they're like, yeah, it's like Trevenant. Just this haunted animated tree stump. And I played this one and fought a bunch of goblins. And I think it's been a while since I looked at the stat block, but they have crazy good climb speed when they're climbing a tree or something like that. When I played it, we flavored it as the woodwode can meld into the tree, and then if they're like touching a tree or whatever, they could teleport phase to another tree within eyesight, something like that. Teleporting around and jumping down on goblins, smacking them with a big stick. And as long as a woodwode's feet are touching soil, they heal like 20 or 15 HP at the end of their turn. I can't remember what CR they are. It's like CR 3 or 4. They're like, they can't do too much besides with their attacks, besides whacking people with sticks. But playing as a monster is really fun because depending on what it can do, it gives you some fun problem solving opportunities. Think about how to do things a little more creatively than just blast them with a fireball or whatever. Unga bunga, smack them with a rage and then smack a guy with your weapon. It depends on the monster. I'd recommend doing a monster like CR2 or higher. Pretty basic. Last time I ran D&D was for a one-shot when one of my friends came back from his mission, his Mormon mission. So he was gone for like 2 years. And so they and we wanted to surprise him with it, so we were like, well, it would kind of be a sucky surprise if he shows up like, surprise, we're gonna play D&D, and here's a character we made for you, so it was a surprise, and that's not fun. Hi, Busby. Mwah. How you doing, Busby? So we decided, we could just play as monsters, because that sounds fun. Sorry, someone dropped something on the floor upstairs. But hi, Busby. But I'm doing good, Busby. I'm doing good. So I have the list of monsters somewhere. Um, but one of my players was a water elemental. I cut capped the CR rating of the monsters they could choose to be at like 3. Anything higher than 3 is a little crazy. Just a smidge. Um, excuse me. So we had one player was a water elemental. So the plot, the setting was them trying to escape a carnival ran by a Lamia. And in D&D, at least in the 5th edition monster manual, Lamias in D&D are the half lioness ladies instead of half snake. And they control, they have layers and they control jackal wares, which are just were jackals. They're lycanthropes. And were jackals, well, can disguise themselves as the human form, jackal form, and the were form. So jackal wares will sneak into villages and kidnap people and steal things. And Lamias have like this. They can do like scrying eye or whatever, and like have like this bird's eye view of their territory or whatever. And if they see a caravan or whatever, they'll send guys over to steal all their treasure. So the carnival was ran by this Lamia, and the main employees were all jackal bears, who were usually disguised as humanoids during the day. And the carnival was a traveling carnival, so all the public-facing employees were jackal bears in their human form, and then she lived in the big top in like a back tent in a little back room. And they used bullywugs, which are like 2-foot tall toad men. They worship the Froghemoth, the big frog monster with tentacle arms. Well, all right, okay. Thank you for the radiant chickies. Okay, I was sorry for you, sir. Thank you. But the bullywugs were like general labor force at like cleaning stuff and making food, and they were like the carnival's alarm system. It was actually good, but thank you, chickies. I do my best. I'm not very good at aura, because I can't roll my R's, so I have to say, put a D in there and say ada, because I can't roll my R's at all. Because the bullywugs croak, they can make calls that carry for like 2 miles or something like that. So if something happens, if a bullywug sees something, they say something. So the players were all playing monsters, and their goal was to escape the carnival, because they were kept for like either the circus show itself, or like the water elemental was kept in like a wash bin, and it was used as like a living washing machine where it would just spin and like clean clothes. Problem with being a water elemental is that when you're separated from your body of water, you just die. If you're not connected to a body of water, you're dead. Excuse me. So to carry the water elemental around, they scooped him up into a wine bottle, shoved the wine bottle in like a pair of greaves, and then tied that around their players' necks, So one of the player would be walking around, and then the water elemental would just show up and punch somebody with a giant fist of water. It was fun. Anyway, so we had a water elemental. One of my friends was a Nothic, which is this one-eyed, kind of creepy, scaly, spiky creature. And Nothics are the result of a sorcerer or some spellcaster that did too deep of research and found some horrible secret, and it like corrupted their brain and transformed them into a Nothic. So they're the result of not hubris, but like finding too many secrets. And I don't know if they can do it in 5th edition. But when I was doing research for cool monsters, it might be a Dungeon Dad video, I don't remember, but a Nothic could read someone's mind or something, like surface level thoughts. And I think they can turn invisible. Maybe? So you could be walking through a cave, and then it's like a quarter you hear, "You want some tacos," or like some scary like secret your character's trying to keep, and then it just says it out loud, and then you're like, "What the smacks?" So they're kind of cool. They're cool. And my friend who we surprised with this one shot was a fairy dragon. A fairy dragon is like, I think, the smallest dragon. They're like the size of a cat and their color determines how old they are. I think purple fairy dragons are the oldest, and they unlock, and they have innate spellcasting. So they could do like color spray, fairy lights, maybe witch bolt or some like cantrip that does damage. So my friend played as a fairy dragon because it can do some like tricksy illusory stuff, and they're small. And I think there are only 4 of them. And someone else was an animated rug and an animated sword, because being just an animated rug or an animated sword would be kind of boring. So he was both. He was an animated sword and a rug. And they had to escape the circus, but the circus had like every monster on the premises was implanted with like this thing that would explode if they got too far from like this mother crystal. It was like this big rhombus shaped purple thing that I came up with on the spot. So they had to find and destroy that and then get out. And while I was doing research a couple years ago, I got my brother. So there's this. It might be I think it's a third-party company. Is going through or had. I don't know if there's still more old adventures, but they would go to like AD&D, like old editions of D&D, and modernize the adventure, the module, and everything in it for 5th edition. So you could play it as 5th edition, and then so the front half of the book, they're really big, heavy hardcover books. And the front half of the book, I think, is the original printing of the book with the AD&D rules, or like beta or whatever, 2nd edition, whatever edition it is. And then the second half of the book is the revamped or reworked adventure, and with all this creature stat blocks and items and things like that. So I got my brother the adventure where it's based around this mountain where a UFO had crashed into it a long time ago, and it's since been buried by rock or whatever. So you delve into this mine, and then enter a UFO, and you fight robots with laser guns and aliens, and like giant carnivorous alien plants and things like that. Hi, Grid. Thank you for being here. How are you doing, sir? How you doing? Good to see you. And there's one monster in that book called the Squealer, and there's no image of the Squealer, I don't think, in the book. Excuse me. Let me see if I can find one. Well, that's not as exciting. Head to sleep, but thank you, Chickies, for being here. I hope you get some good sleep, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you. So there was no image. I had no image for reference of the Squealer. But from the description in the book, it's this big thing with 2 arms and 2 legs, and it has another arm coming out of the middle of its back, and its head is vaguely pig-shaped, and it's yellow with green polka dots or something like that. It's like, this thing is terrifying. And I think it's CR7, so you need 4 7th level characters to fight it at minimum to not like completely get destroyed. But the Squealer, so the image of it I had in my head was that it had this big like oval shaped body, and then these arms, and then this random pig like head, and it would just scream. So I put it in the one shot. It was locked in like so if you ever played with those old like Fisher Price Little People toys from like a long time ago, when they were like little skinny people that looked kind of like chess pieces, I think that was Little People. There was a train set, and you know, I don't know why the carnivals have like the train cars that like with like the animal cages for like tigers and stuff. I just locked him in there. And I was like, if this guy gets out for some reason, everyone's dead. Because he was stronger than the Lamia. And anyway, Squealer is an interesting monster. These images of him are kind of... He's not yellow with green polka dots in here, but maybe I added that part. I don't know. Oh, I can mimic any sound. That's why. Okay. Anyway, it's a cool monster. D&D is fun, and you should play it if you get the chance. Anyway, sorry about that tangent. Okay, I'm gonna swap back to the fuzzy mic cover. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. It's not as harsh of a sound. A little softer. Excuse me, sorry. Hey, Jim Jim. Oh, yeah. I have cookies. I have some cookies with me. So my sister didn't want to eat those cookies I was talking about yesterday. Not super great peanut butter cookies with peanuts and chocolate chips in them. So I have some. If people do the treat redeem, I have some cookies. I'm sorry if you can hear my sister in the room. I think she's playing Peak. I think. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the follow. Gaze upon gilded sunless eyes. That's a fancy name. Mwah. Thank you for the follow, sweetheart. Thank you. How you doing? Hope you're doing okay. If you have a favorite ASMR trigger, I would be happy to do it for you. As thanks for the follow. I can do pretty much everything but ear licking. For the most part. I don't, this mic doesn't have ears for me to lick. I can get your mouth sounds, but like a trigger word or water sounds. If not, no worries. Thank you for the follows here. Thank you. I do ASMR like this every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And on Sundays we do handcam ASMR. And if you need more of my ASMR content, I upload all my VODs to YouTube. They're just uploaded the following night. So this VOD will be on YouTube tomorrow night. Thank you for the follow, sweetheart. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here, Jam. Thank you for stopping by. Mwah. You'll get that Discord invite redeem. You'll get there one day. Do you know how close you are, Jim Jim? Sorry about that. Sorry about the chair noises. Before I forget to mention it today, tomorrow's stream, we're starting at 4 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, so that's 3.5 hours before we usually start streams. We'll be playing Peak with Gumi, Artie, and DJ, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I've never played Peak, but I've seen clips. It looks fun. It looks like fun. It looks like fun. Mwah. 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 I don't know how long we'll be streaming, or how late we'll go, but I am very excited. I'm very excited. Let's do this. There we go. So, the sound is just the cap of this little glass bottle, but the cap has grooves on it. So I take the top of the cap and then they just roll it in a circle inside the opening of the bottle. You can use the bottom of the cap, but there's no grooves on that, so it just kind of sounds like this. Kind of sounds like a marble bouncing on like a glass table. Or rattlesnake magnets. I don't know if that sounds good, but I think Guardian said it sounds nice last time I did it, so we can do this to get like a tapping and a popping sound. This one's fun to do. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, give me 1 second. I need to blow my nose real quick. I hate that my keyboard on my phone like automatically has Grammarly on it or whatever. I don't know if it does, but so when I make a grammatical error, like saying "pretty please," it highlights underneath it with a green. I hate Grammarly so much. I hate it. I hate Grammarly. For like a little bit, it would be like the only ads I'd get on on YouTube. They're so annoying. They're so annoying. It feels why are we dropping frames? What's going on? What happened to my internet? Uh-oh. 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 SpaghettiOs. Why? Why? Why is this happening? Is it on my end? Let's see. Yep. That's not great. That's not great. Why? Why? Okay. Let's see if my sister's downloading anything. Okay. Sorry about that. Apparently, um, my brother's Steam started updating something automatically. Um, so we dropped 6,022 frames. Sorry about that. That was terrible. So if you can hear me, just refresh the stream and you should have not terrible stream delay. I'd hope. Anyway, sorry about that. My dad swapped us to a new internet carrier because our previous one was raising prices but not improving anything. They were just raising prices by like $20 or something ridiculous. So, excuse me. So it should be better now. Yep, there we go. Anyway, sorry about that. Mwah. 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 It's been an hour already. That's crazy. So, um, we had chicken cordon bleu for dinner yesterday, and my mom found a recipe for this sauce to put on it because it was last time we had it, it was missing something. The sauce helped a lot. Is mayo, Dijon mustard, regular mustard, and honey. And it's good. I tried mixing it myself uh, with my lunch today. I think I put too much Dijon mustard in it or something. It was just tasted salty. It's just really salty. Um, but apparently, so you guys know about Sizzler? It's a buffet thing, restaurant establishment. Um, let's see, Sizzler. It might be a local place. I don't know. It's a um. Oh, there's 74 Sizzler locations in the United States. They're kind of West Coast and not the Midwest, the West, because the Midwest isn't the Midwest like Iowa, like that strip right there. Okay, so there's a couple. So kind of a local place, but not really. But they have a uh, it's a buffet kind of thing. I haven't been in a long time. There's a Wikipedia article for Sizzler. Um, I haven't been in it forever. The last time, the only memory I can recall of going to a Sizzler is when my grandpa taught me how to use a fork. So when I was like two, three, maybe four, um, because I was trying to eat like watermelon or something, chunks, uh, pieces of watermelon or something. So I would stab with my fork and then pick up my fork, and the thing would just fall off my fork. So my grandpa was like, "No, here you have to stab it and then scoop it." It's like, oh, okay, you stab it and then scoop it. And I still don't hold a fork right. I just like put it in my fist. You're supposed to hold it in like your fingers, kind of like a pencil, right? Um, I don't do that. Sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm holding the fork weird, and then I'll do it. But usually I just like pick up the handle of the fork in my hand and just like fist it, you know. Anyway, the last time I remember being there was when I learned how to use a fork. Um, so it's been a while. Um, but I also haven't been to Cracker Barrel in a long time too. Um, I'd go yearly with my grandparents on my mom's side, um, and I would get a Webkins because Cracker Barrel had Webkins. So with Webkins, you had to uh, either have a membership or uh, you had to adopt a new pet within a year to keep using your account. Um, Unless you had a membership, then you didn't have to get a new pet every year, at least yearly within the calendar year. I don't remember how it worked exactly, but it was something like that. When you got a new pet, when you added a new pet, it would extend that deadline by a whole year, which is kind of silly. But I got people buying pets regularly. At least yearly. So I guess it made sense. Um, Excuse me. And whenever I went to Cracker Barrel, I would order the pancakes with cherry syrup and whipped cream, and then eventually, after a handful of years or whatever, they stopped offering breakfast that at the time we would go, and then or before that, they stopped offering the cherry syrup, so you get like blueberry syrup or something like that, strawberry. But these pancakes had like smiley faces on them, unless I'm thinking of IHOP, which is possible. I also have not been to IHOP in a very long time as well. Um, but yeah, sorry. I saw a Cracker Barrel banner ad or whatever on YouTube today. Made me think of that. Um, so last time I went, I couldn't get the pancakes, and I don't remember what I got. It might have been like a Philly cheesesteak or something. Philly cheesesteak sandwich. Or just a burger. I don't remember. But those pancakes were really good. They were really good pancakes. But welcome back from the ad break. Sorry, that was a couple of minutes ago. Welcome back from the ad break. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you, thank you. Mwah. Mwah. Yeah. But I was like going to Cracker Barrel because it meant I mean, every time I went, it was to celebrate my birthday, so it was always exciting. Because then after we ate, I got to pick a Webkins. So I have not like a big Webkins collection, but I have a decent sized Webkins collection. I know that there's Webkins 2.0 or whatever it's called. That's not Flash based. It's all like 3D models and stuff. But they updated the original so it's still playable or something. And then all the Webkins pets whose accounts hadn't been like used in years or a certain amount of time, they just put all those up for adoption in like in the game, so those pets could still get adopted. So if I logged in, if I remembered my username and password for somehow, after all these years, I don't know if I would still have my pets. I'm sure they kept them in the account, but you can adopt them. You can adopt other people's Webkins just to give them a home, so they can be played with, which I think is actually really sweet, and it made me tear up when I first heard about it. This is so cute. What do you mean? And Webkins was really exciting. My first Webkins was it was a Google's. They're kind of this like vague bird platypus thing. They're flat and they have 2 feet. they kind of just wiggle around when they walk. So I got Google's. I got a Google's, and my brother got a koala. I think it was a koala. And we went. I got them on a road trip. Me, my mom, my grandma, and my siblings went on a day trip, and we went to this place that is famous for their honey and stuff, and they had a display for Webkins. And over there, I remember there was like a lady that was talking to us about Webkins and what they are. And I got down on the floor and looked underneath it, and then the Google's plush that I got was underneath the display, so I grabbed it. I don't know if an employee saved it or what. I don't think Google's was a particularly rare Webkins, so I picked that one. And we got home, or when we got back, we went to our grandparents' house. We went back to my grandma's house. We got out of the car, and my grandpa was like working on something in the garage, or he was in the garage and came out to help us bring stuff in the car or in the house or something. He's like, "Oh, you got yourself a Quackers?" Because it kind of looks like a duck. It's like, "Oh, that's his name now. His name's Quackers." I remember my mom or my grandpa was like, "Are you sure? Quackers?" Like, yeah, his name's Quackers. So, um, I have a Google's. I have a mountain goat, a sheepdog, caterpillar, lionfish, turkey, the citrus dragon. I think I have a reindeer. I think. Um, I have a rabbit. They did like this line of fancy Webkins that were like based on endangered species or something. And it's like a European species of rabbit or something. Uh, a koala. I got a koala eventually. And a llama. But the llama has history. The llama has history because when I was I think it was in elementary, we had to write. Maybe it was for church or something. I think it was a creative writing project or something in like 6th grade. Um, and I wrote a story about uh, the the nativity, all that when like Jesus is born. That whole story, except instead of them riding a donkey, Mary's riding a llama, and the llama is like not having any of it. And there's like Santa's involved, some elves are there, and I called the story the Christmas llama. I don't have it. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. It's probably in a box somewhere. The story. So then I got a llama Webkins for Christmas, I think. And its name is Eve. I think I named it Eve. And so, like I said earlier, if you had a free Webkins account, you weren't paying for like Webkins membership or premium, whatever it was called. You had to register a new pet yearly. Otherwise, you couldn't play till you got another pet. And I remember there was the Easter Island movie with like it was an Easter movie about rabbits, and the Easter Bunny's base was on Easter Island or something. I think it's called Hop. I think the movie's called Hop. Or the main character rabbit's name is Hop. Yeah, it's in 2000. Yeah, it's Hop. 2011. That's the same guy from the Sonic movie. Weird. Oh, interesting. um, but I think I don't remember what it was about, but they had like a Webkins promotion in the game, and you do like a quiz about like stuff that happens in the movie or something, and you could get items, decorations for your Webkins rooms. You can get a drum set and a little stage and stuff like that. I remember, and if you did it good enough, you got a free rabbit based on the main character rabbit in the movie. So I remember I was like, a free Webkins, oh my goodness. So I got him, but I don't have a corresponding plushie. I don't know if they made one. Oh, was it just a bunny? It's called a hopping bunny. The hopping bunny is a Webkinz virtual pet that was released in March 2011. It doesn't have a Littlekins, which are like tiny Webkins or something. Isn't retired and hasn't been pet of the month. So someone out there has my hopping bunny, I'm guessing. But I also didn't like dressing up my Webkins, so a big part of Webkins was getting clothes for your Webkins, and then like putting them in little outfits. You can get like physical clothes to put your plushies in, and they would come with a code for the game too. I did not like putting my Webkins in the clothes because I'm like, but they're animals. They don't need clothes. And Quackers looked weird in pants. He did. So I didn't like dressing up my Webkins, personally. Hi Haku, how you doing, sweetheart? Mwah. Good to see you. Hope you've been well. I've just been talking about Webkins. But it just blew my mind that you got a free Webkins pet in the game, and I extended my deadline for having to get a new pet, another Webkins, which is neat. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Haku. Mwah. 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 Sorry to hear that, Haku. Hopefully I can help you relax and maybe sleep. Should we read the article for Sizzler? Should we read the Wikipedia article for Sizzler? Yeah, so actually, I don't remember the names of all that I gave to all my Webkins. I don't remember the name I gave to my Caterpillar or my Citrus Dragon. So Quackers, and my mountain goat I named Everest. I got a sheepdog I named Grover, or it's either Grover or Clover, and then Eve is my llama. I don't remember the name of my other Webkins, which is kind of sad. It's kind of sad. But oh well. It's not that big of a deal. It's kind of interesting. Those three Quackers, Everest, and Grover are like my first three. So that makes sense. And Eve, my llama, just has a story attached to it, so. Mwah, 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 mwah. But good to see you, Haku. It's good to see you, sweetheart. No one's redeemed their smooches today. Did one get first? Oh, Estrella got first. That's right. Right. Coconut? Okay. I can do that for you, Haku. Coconut. 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 been well. Coconut, coconut. I was just talking about Webkins. Oh, sorry. That's because it's not coconut. Sorry. I just defaulted to smooches. Sorry. Coconut. 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 Coconut, 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 coconut. Coconut. Coconut, 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 coconut. Coconut, 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 coconut. Coconut, 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 coconut. Coconut, 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 coconut. Coconut, coconut, coconut. Coconut, 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 coconut. You want good point? Okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for looking and chatting. Spending time with me in the streams. Thank you, thank you. Sorry if that picked the mic, sorry. You worked very, very hard today. Good boy, Uncle. Good boy. Such a good boy, yes you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Look at you, such a good boy, yes you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. A very, very good boy, yes you are. Yes, you are such a good boy. Good boy, Uncle. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Mwah. Good boy, Uncle. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Very, very good boy, yes you are. Look at you, such a good boy. Mwah. Head pats if possible, please. I can do that if that works. Or that's good. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. But good to see you, Demon. Hopefully you're doing alright, sweetheart. Good to see you. I don't know if you know, but we've been doing hand cam ASMR on Sundays. If you want to see those VODs, they're up on YouTube. But yeah, apparently, I didn't know this growing up, but Beanie Babies did their own Webkinz thing called Beanie Babies 2.0 or something. I didn't even know about that growing up. And there was one that was like, they were all monsters or something, but you could play that game for free. You could just sign up, but you could get pets. And Littlest Pet Shop did it because I had a penguin. It was LPS, Littlest Pet Shop penguin. That let me play that game. I don't have that penguin anymore. There were a bunch. I think there's a Webkinz card game, or they made Club Penguin. I didn't play Club Penguin. One of my cousins did. He played it a lot. He had a membership and stuff. Oh, I think it might just be trading cards. But you could get codes in the card packs for like pets and items and things. And I never had any of those. And like Webkinz had like a bunch of food items that just had crazy names. And Neopets did a card game too, that I had some McDonald's promos from because they did the little um, keychain plushies, and they came with a card. Uh, and I have a handful of them. I don't have every single one of them. Um, I think I'm missing a couple. But I gave my dupes to one of my older cousins for Christmas a couple years ago. Um, and that game looks actually fun. I just don't have anything but these McDonald's promos to play it. And there's a 2-player starter deck thing. But if you want like sealed packs of the original Neopets game, it's pretty pricey. And then there's packs of like just trading cards that kind of get confusing when you're trying to find some online. And then they did a relaunch of the Neopets card game. I don't think it's good. Like, I remember hearing not great things. I think they only did like 2 or 3 sets. Have you played Club Penguin, Haku? I did play Wizard 101 as well, but it never had a subscription to it, so I would just have to make new characters over and over again when I got to the point, like Fire Cat Alley or whatever it's called. It's like the first area of the game that they're like, you have to pay to get here. Animal Jam. Remember, I don't know if I ever played Animal Jam. I did play Moshi Monsters a lot. Because in that game, you can plant plants in your like monster's backyard, and depending on the combination of plants, you can attract different little baby monsters, like little chibi monsters, like pets for your monsters. And I remember I got a rare one as like a samurai or something. Yeah. There are a lot of games like that, huh?
Hmm.
Yeah. If I did play Animal Jam, it wasn't very much. Andy live tonight? She's not live yet. So we haven't rated Andy in a while. But we are nearing the 2-hour mark, so if you have any trigger requests, please get those in sooner rather than later so we can get those to you before it gets too late. Again, we will be we'll be starting stream at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. We'll be playing Peak with Kumi Kisu, Artificial Ignorance, and Big DJ. It'll be my first time playing Peak. I am very excited. The game looks really fun and also just terrifying because of heights. But I got some Boy Scout stories to tell over climbing mountains, so that'll be fun. I think I've told all of my stories that I can remember anyway on stream already. Excuse me, sorry. Goodness gracious. Should we read this Wikipedia article for Sizzler? Should we do it? Oh, sorry. Or we can go back to the in Permian Triassic extinction event article. Continue more of that. You guys have a preference for reading a Wikipedia article about Sizzler, or the biggest mass extinction event we know about? How long is this one? This one's not too long. We could probably get through this one. Okay, so this is the Wikipedia article for Sizzler, the restaurant. This article is about the US-based restaurant company. For the Australia-based restaurant company, see Collins Foods. For other uses, see Sizzler disambiguation. Not to be confused with the Indian restaurants named after the Indian dish named Sizzlers. Sizzler USA Restaurants Incorporated, doing business as Sizzler, is a United States-based restaurant chain with headquarters in Mission Viejo, California, with locations mainly in California, plus some in the nearby states of Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, Idaho, Utah, and Oregon, as well as Puerto Rico. It is known for steak, seafood, and salad bar items. Since 2023, Sizzler restaurants outside of the United States are owned by Thailand-based Minor International and are not related to the American farm. In September 2020, Sizzler USA filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Inaudible whispers? Okay, we can do some inaudible whispers. Jim, welcome back. Welcome back, sweetheart. How are you doing? Good to hear, good to hear. Okay, Haku, there's some inaudible whispers for you, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the redeems, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you. Hi, CJ. I'm doing okay. I had some spaghetti for dinner today. Just been rambling about Webkins today. Started reading the Wikipedia article for Sizzler. And I have these cookies. The cookies I was talking about yesterday that aren't very good. My sister didn't want to eat them, so I have them. These are like Kroger, like fancy store brand pre-made cookie dough cookies. Peanut butter with pieces of peanut and chocolate chips in them. And they're not that great. The peanut butter flavor in the cookie itself is not amazing. You could do better just making your own peanut butter cookies, but of course the point of getting pre-made cookie dough is that you just put them on the cookie sheet and then bake them, and then you're done. But yeah, hi Jasmine. Mwah. Hi sweetheart, how you doing? Good to see you. But I do have these cookies, so if anyone redeems the treat redeem, I have treats on me today. But I think my mom's making banana bread tonight, so I'm excited to eat some banana bread before I go to bed tonight. They're really yummy. I really like peanut butter cookies, so these ones are just kind of disappointing. The cookie like itself, the peanut butter flavor is not very strong. It'd be better if it was just a regular cookie with chocolate chips and peanuts in it, but no. Bye, just me. Yeah, good to see you, CJ. Hope you're doing alright, sweetheart. Hi, Sucrose. Oh my goodness. We're getting a second wind here. There we go. Please go follow Sucrose. She's awesome. Everybody here knows Sucrose. Probably. Boot up the Switch too. Nice. Please give Sucrose lots of love. She's awesome. She's a fellow bear. She does ASMR on Sundays. And the rest of the week she plays games. She does fighting games, retro games. She's playing through Metroid. Metroid Dread. There's a clip I think it was last night I saw where she like won like 5 QTE events in like a row. That was stressful to watch. My goodness. Please give Zucros lots of love. Please give her a follow if you're not already. She's nearing, if not already at 2,000 followers. Please help her get there. She's awesome. She's a very cozy streamer. She's my Oshi. They're like 10 frame windows. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm just saying what I always say. Good luck in your matches, Sucrose. I saw Steam said you booted it up. Started reading the Wikipedia article for Sizzler. I don't know if you know what Sizzler is, Sucrose. They have locations in California. I think there's 2 or 3 in my state. The last time I remember going to a Sizzler was when my grandpa taught me how to use a fork. Yeah, the restaurant. They have like a salad bar and stuff. I recall it being a buffet, but I may or may not be correct on that. Yeah, they're only in the West. I looked at Google Maps. They don't go any further west than Nevada or something like that. There's like not very many locations either. To what we have as the Sizzlers, yeah. The Wikipedia article says that any restaurants outside of the U.S. are owned by a Thailand-based Minor International. Are not related to the American firm. So I think it's name only, but I don't know how they can compare. More like pubs. Oh, that makes sense. I don't know. I haven't been in there for a while. But the last time I remember going was I was probably like 3 or 4, and I was trying to eat like pieces of watermelon or something. I was stabbing with my fork and picking my fork up, but the food just slipped off my fork. Excuse me. I was getting frustrated. And I was sitting across from my grandpa at the table, and he's like, you gotta stab it and then scoop it. And then it worked. And I was like, oh my goodness. So my grandpa taught me how to use a fork. He didn't teach me how to hold one. I still have this reflex. You just grab the handle of the fork and like my fist. You're supposed to hold it between your fingers like a pencil or a pen, you know? I do it with spoons too. I just grab the handle and fist it. I don't know. Just muscle memory at this point. So I couldn't tell you what they serve. So I kind of wanted to read the Wikipedia article, but yeah. There's 84 Sizzler locations, apparently. Give me 1 second. I gotta pull my nose real quick. Oh, right. It's a Sizzler, not Sizzlers. Sizzlers is something else. It's a whole other entity. You're just that good at games, Sucrose. You're just an amazing gamer. The beginning, I caught when you started the game, when you have to like the tutorial, you have to stun him and then like slide under him. I Like, that felt scripted. I was like, oh, okay. Because he kept getting you when he slid under his legs. I am terrible at platformers. Well, I haven't played too many, but I'm not great at them. Yeah, I'm excited to eat banana bread after stream. Um, when I was little, one of my cousins, uh, she used to live. Her family used to live like 4 hours south of us. Then they moved up here, and we went to the same elementary for a couple of years till second grade, uh, till third grade. And she went to started going to a different elementary. And so we would walk home to my house for once in a while. And my mom made banana bread, and I don't remember where she got her recipe. It's either my grandma's or my grandma got it from like a Betty Crocker book or like a church cookbook. I don't know. I'll have to ask. But my cousin was like, "No, I don't want to eat banana bread." It's like, "No, you try it with some butter on it. It's great." And then she snarfed it down. And apparently, to this day, my cousin will only eat my mom's banana bread. She won't eat any other banana bread. And we were like 8, maybe 7. It's kind of funny. Okay, let's see, where were we? In September 2020, Sizzler USA filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy due to the COVID-19 pandemic hurting sales. The bankruptcy filing does not affect the similarly named minor international affiliated restaurants that are located outside of the United States. Sizzler USA emerged from bankruptcy in January 2023. History. The chain was founded in 1958 as Sizzler Family Steakhouse by Adele and Helen Johnson in Culver City, California. At its peak, the chain was composed of more than 270 locations throughout the U.S. Most of Sizzler's U.S. locations are in the West. Yep, almost all of them are right now. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, Sizzler promoted steak and combination steak dinners with an optional salad bar. The restaurant wanted to give customers the feel of a full-service restaurant at the price slightly more than a fast food chain. To control costs, many restaurants had in-house meat cutters that would cut steaks and grind beef. I remember there was a Chad Chornick video where he reacted to... Is it all, please? Okay. Sizzler UK. Oh, no, that's... I don't think so. It's Sizzling Pubs is the first result here. Because the Wikipedia article says the areas served are the US, Japan, and Thailand. So I don't think there's a Sizzler in UK. Yeah, so Chitonic reacted to a video, like an employee training video for a place like Sizzler. It might have been Sizzler. I don't remember. I'll have to watch the video again. And it's like training the guy. Giving points to the person they assign that cuts the beef or whatever meat at the thing. It's like you only give them 2 pieces. If they ask for more, you say, "Sorry, I can't do that." It's like, man, that's awkward. Like, make small talk. Like, "Hey, you see the game?" And you're standing there, cutting meat under probably like a heat lamp or something to keep the meat warm. It can't be a fun job at all. Into the early mid-1980s, competition appeared. Ponderosa Steakhouse and Bonanza Steakhouse. After promotions such as all-you-can-eat fried shrimp, the chain expanded its salad bar into a full buffet promoted as the Buffet Court. Patrons began to use the buffet as a meal instead of an add-on to an entree. In response, Sizzler lowered the quality in other menu areas. Customers took notice, and Sizzler's reputation suffered. Sizzler filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 1996 to escape costly leases on unprofitable restaurants. That's a quote, apparently. And closed over 130 of its locations. The company re-emerged from Chapter 11 in 1997. During the late 1990s, new management upgraded the quality of food and increased prices. You went to Ponderosa before in Florida and it was amazing? Nice, I've never heard of them. But I'm glad it was amazing. My uncle served his Mormon mission in Florida. I don't remember where, but there's a picture of him crouched in front of a fence, and on the other side of this fence is an alligator. I think he had alligator, and he said it tasted like chicken. But I was like 2, or like I was really little when he went on his mission. Where were we? During the late 1990s, new management upgraded the quality of food and increased prices. 21 locations closed in 2001. Sizzler began an image makeover circa 2002. A new restaurant concept was created, featuring a lighter and more open dining room. The changes were accompanied by a new menu. In an effort to return to its roots, Sizzler emphasized steaks, seafood, and the salad bar. While the all-you-can-eat buffet was phased out in some locations, it remained in many others. Okay, so yeah, I don't think I've been to a Sizzler since they phased out the buffet. In the 1990s, Sizzler ran upscale locations with the Buffalo Ranch Steakhouse brand. Sizzler was sold to Pacific Equity Partners, an Australian-based investment firm, in 2005. In January 2008, Sizzler announced it was planning to take action against the Multi-State Lottery Association, or MUSL, of Urbandale, Iowa, over the use of the name The Sizzler Hot Lotto. In June 2011, Sizzler USA announced that a U.S. management group led by the Sizzler CEO would buy the American portion of the chain of 178 restaurants from Pacific Equity Partners, with the remaining 100 restaurants located outside the United States remaining with Pacific Equity Partners. The headquarters initially remained in Culver City, California, where the chain was founded, but moved to Mission Viejo, California in 2012. Sizzler has launched its ZZ food truck to expand sales and test market new dishes. In September 2020, Sizzler USA announced that they had filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, citing impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, namely forcing it to temporarily close its restaurants' dining rooms. The company also cited problems paying rent. Most of the company-owned restaurants are located in highly COVID-19 affected areas of California that did not even permit restaurants to partially open dining rooms as recently as September 2020. Okay. At the time of the bankruptcy filing, Sizzler had 107 locations in 10 states, with all but one location in Florida and states west of the Rocky Mountains, in addition to several locations in Puerto Rico. This number is down from the 134 locations in 2018. Post-COVID, Sizzler is still in operation and is attempting to rebuild its business with renovations, a new menu, and an advertising campaign. I haven't seen a single ad for Sizzlers in forever. I don't remember the last time I saw one. International locations. Following Sizzler USA's separation from Sizzler International in 2011, all locations outside the United States were operated or licensed by Australia-based Collins Foods. In 2023, Collins sold its Sizzler business and intellectual property to Thailand-based Minor International. Current locations: Japan. The current Sizzler franchise holder in Japan is Royal Holdings Co. Limited, a Fukuoka-based food service company. Royal Holdings opened the first Japanese Sizzler steakhouse in 1991. By August 2021, Royal Holdings had 10 Sizzler restaurants in Japan. Welcome back from the ad break. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you. I don't know how close we're to finishing this article, but if you have any trigger requests, please get those in soon so I can get them to you before we need to call it a night here. I don't need to get up early tomorrow or anything. We're just starting stream early tomorrow at 4 p.m. instead of 7:30. That's Mountain Time. We'll be playing Peak with Kumikisu, Artificial Ignorance, and DJ will be joining us. I'm excited to play Peak. It'll be my first time playing Peak. I bought it last Thursday, or maybe it was Monday. No, it was over the weekend. I'm excited. I'm excited. Thailand. The current Sizzler franchise holder in Thailand is Minor Food Group via a subsidiary called SLRT Limited. Minor opened its first Thai Sizzler steakhouse in 1996. By 2001, Minor had 19 Sizzler restaurants throughout Thailand. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the company experimented with the use of robotic waiters in a dining room in December 2020 to minimize physical contact between customers and restaurant staff. After the Thai government loosened COVID-19 dine-in restrictions in September 2021, Sizzler Thailand was able to reopen 54 out of a total of 60 restaurants for dine-in. 2 months after reopening, the Thai franchise announced expansion plans of trying to open new 3 to 5 restaurants per year over the next 3 years. The franchise also announced plans of installing more robot food delivery systems within each restaurant, which would minimize human contact between dining customers and the restaurant staff, which would in turn lessen the transmission of COVID and other diseases. Former locations. Australia. The first Australian Sizzler steakhouse was opened in Brisbane in 1985. The steakhouses in Australia were reasonably popular during the 1990s. In the 2013 financial year, Collins Foods reported stalling revenue for the Sizzler operations in Australia, blaming the downturn of the casual dining sector in the country. By 2015, Collins Foods wrote down the value of Sizzler by 37.5 million Australian. In an investors meeting by Collins Foods, CEO Graham Maxwell states, "We no longer consider Sizzler to be a strategic growth prospect in Australia, and therefore we will not be investing further capital." Collins Foods began to close a number of Sizzler restaurants in Australia. Meanwhile, Collins Foods' Sizzler operations in Asia continued to thrive, with future expansion planned in China. Collins Foods closed all of its remaining Sizzler restaurants in Australia in November 2020. Collins Foods said of the 3 restaurant brands that it operates, Sizzler had been hardest hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. Taiwan. Sizzler was in operation in Taipei for 20 years at Tianmu and Tehran. I'm so sorry. From 1990 to 2010, and eventually closed due to negotiation with international franchisee Collins Foods, resulting in not continuing the contract. China. According to archived snapshots of the official Sizzler China website, the Thailand-based Minor Food Group had 7 Sizzler restaurants in China from May 2009 and November 2012. Indonesia. Sizzler opened a restaurant in Indonesia during the mid-1990s, with the first location located at Jalan MH Tamrin, with other locations notably in Jalan Sabang. I'm so sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing things. Melkelpa Gading, and Mal Taman Anggrek. Ingrek, but was renamed to American Grill in mid 2000s due to expiring licensing rights. Singapore. According to archived snapshots of the official Sizzler Singapore website, Collins had 3 Sizzler restaurants in Singapore in December 2001. In March 2013, the company had 2 Sizzler restaurants in Singapore. Food safety issues. In 2000, more than 60 people became ill and 1 person died in an outbreak of E. coli 0159H7 that originated at a Sizzler restaurant in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Health officials said that the most likely source of contamination was meat supplied by the Excel Corporation meat packer. The health officials believe that cross-contamination to other food items occurred when Sizzler employees handled the meat near areas where salad bar items were prepared. This was similar to an outbreak in Washington and Oregon in 1993. In the 1993 case, as in 2000, the tainted meat apparently came from Excel and contaminated salad bar items. This ultimately led to Sizzler closing the chain's remaining Midwest locations. Well, that's why there's only... they only exist in the Rockies now, including those in Wisconsin, Illinois, and Indiana. In 2006, all 28 Sizzler restaurants across Australia suspended salad bar service after rat poison was found in 2 of their Brisbane restaurants. Sizzler Australia referred to the incident as sabotage. The culprit turned out to be a woman described as being mentally unstable. What is... Okay, what a way to finish the article. That's it. That's all. That's the article. The article ends with that. Okay. Interesting. Alright. So if no one has any other trigger requests in the next couple minutes here, we'll write out. I don't think Andy is live tonight, so... we'll probably raid Minari unless is Wampus live. No, I don't see Wampus. Okay. Okay. But if you haven't gotten your smooches, or there's any trigger requests you haven't gotten in yet, get them in. I don't think anyone's redeemed their smooches today. Now CJ has. Okay. Get your smooches, CJ. Is stuck? Like you can't redeem it? It's broken. It says out of stock. Are you watching on mobile, CJ? Okay. It's just the mobile app being stupid. There's no stock on it. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, though. I'm sorry this is happening. If there was a trigger you would like, feel free to ask. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. you for the smooch redeem, CJ. Thank you. Weirdest card I've ever seen. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through some YouTube shorts real quick. There's this guy opening and there's a Saga's booster pack, and one of the uncommons is called Wire Cat. It costs 4 mana. It is a 4/3 artifact creature, and it cannot attack or block if an enchantment is in play. Its purr is the sound of iron filings sliding down satin. That is. But the art is literally like this cat shape made out of barbed wire. It's very interesting art, actually. It's kind of neat. It's terrible, but it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. Okay. Sorry. So before stream, I have one of those Magic the Gathering unsanctioned little boxes. It's a Magic product from 2020 that I guess didn't sell very well. I got one for Christmas or my birthday. But they come with half decks. It's kind of like it's silver bordered jumpstart stuff where you have a half deck in each one half deck of each color. So you and another person take 2 colors, shuffle them together, and then you play a game of Magic. But it's all silver bordered cards, besides the lands. And the lands are pretty. The mountains they put in there are pretty nice. And it's like a best of all the unsets. And so I was thinking, oh, I have all these. I'm probably not gonna like play with this too often. I could like take it apart or build a commander deck with just these cards, which would be interesting. The commander would have to be the Wombat Bat Spider guy, the Surgeon General thing, because you can tap him to add one color, one of each color. or something, and he does stuff when you mutate or um, for every mutated creature or modified creature, something like that. So he'd have to be the commander, and he's green. So I might do it. I have 100 more sleeves in this Ultra Pro box, so I could do it. I'm kind of tempted to just pull it out at Magic Night. I couldn't play it in like a tournament or anything because they're silver bordered cards, but that'd be funny. Because there's a card called Topsy Turvy that reverses the turn order, so that beginning of your turn is actually your end phase. Then you go into your main 2, and then end combat, and then combat, and then pre-combat, main 1, and then the beginning of your turn where you would draw a card and untap all your lands. So very interesting. And then if you have 2 or more opponents, if there are more than 2 players in the game, turn order is reversed too. Wait, is that what I said? The phases of everyone's turn is reversed, and then if you're playing with more than 2 people, the turn order is reversed. So the person that was going first would go last in the turn order for Yu-Gi-Oh, but it would be mostly end phase, and you don't draw it till the end. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very confusing card. And there's a card that makes it so card effects that say until end of turn, or for the don't end, that doesn't. So like a creature that would get like creature with prowess. Is it prowess? Or not in this pile. I think prowess, you get that creature gets a +1/+1 whenever you cast a spell on your turn. Until end of turn. So prowess would carry over for the whole thing, which is nuts. But yeah, there's a ton of goofy cards. There's the Sword of Dungeons and Dragons, and whenever equipped creature attacks, you roll a d20 or something like that, and if you get a certain number, you get to create a token gold dragon, and then you roll a d20. So whenever you attack, you get a token dragon, and then you roll a d20, and if you get a 20, you get another dragon, and then you repeat that process until you don't roll a 20. This is kind of goofy. One of the blue cards, he's a kind of iconic. Alexander Hamilton. It's Alexander Hamilton, but he's a clam man. Excuse me. And his ability flips the top card of your deck till you hit a creature, and then he gets a +X equal to that creature's mana cost, and then he fights target creature. So there's some interesting stuff in there, and it would be interesting. There's a goblin creature called Goblin SWAT Team, but they're goblins holding fly swatters, and they have an effect where on your turn, once every turn, whenever you say Goblin SWAT Team, if someone slaps the table within 5 seconds of you saying Goblin SWAT Team, nothing happens. But if they don't catch you, you get to draw a card. Or they get a +1/+1 or something. It's great. They're very confusing but fun cards. That's kind of what MetaZoo is. MetaZoo plays like a Magic the Gathering silver bordered set, with because MetaZoo has a bunch of effects that activate when a word is spoken, or when you hear like lightning, or not lightning, when you hear thunder, if you're playing near a tree, if you saw a meteor storm, shooting star or whatever that night, if you ate breakfast, if you bought breakfast that morning, if you drove a car to the game you're playing currently. Um, yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff like that at Metazoo, which is fun to me. Um, there's the Jackalope only gets the Jackalope card in Metazoo, can only declare attacks if there's not. It can't declare attacks if there's a drink of water with an ice height. So, um, this is anecdotal. I don't know if this actually happened, but I heard someone had a story that they lost because they drank their water too fast, and then their opponent's Jackalopes got to swing through at them. Because Jackalopes kind of can get pretty nasty. They can hit pretty hard. Because Metazoo has the creature archetype called the fearsome critters, which Wendigoon did a video on like a year ago. It's a really good video. And the fearsome critters are all like lumberjack mountain man stories. So you get like the what are they called? I don't remember what they're called, but they're creatures with bodies shaped like coffins. Something Terrashot. And they live in like the valleys of the Rockies, in these valleys, and then their population booms, and when there gets to be too many of them, they get antsy, and they just start running, and they'll run off cliffs, and when they fall, they explode and leave 6-foot deep holes in the ground. And they were first spotted by Mormon settlers, so a bit of some personal history with those guys, which was cool, because we didn't actually get any cryptids from Utah in Metazoo cards, which is upsetting to me, but it's fine. There's a bunch in like the east, the Midwest, and East Coast, because there's a lot of history there too, so makes sense. But Utah has a handful of cryptids, not too many. Only really one. There's the Bear Lake monster. Thank you for the water, CJ. Thank you. But yeah, it would be interesting in Duel Link book where you start your turn on your end phase, and then you would go through a damage step, and then you would end combat with declaring attackers. So I don't think it would be very. You'd have to like either deck out your opponent or like kill them with like damage spells, because you couldn't deal damage with combat. You couldn't deal combat damage because the damage step would happen before you declare attackers. So you'd have to get like fill your deck with Poison of the Old Man or something. Burn decks would be very popular. Would be like the only way to go that I can think of off the top of my head. Excuse me. Yeah, there's the Bear Lake monster, which the Bear Lake monster there's a Wikipedia article. I haven't ever actually read the Wikipedia article for the Bear Lake monster. Descriptions. What does it look like? Because I've heard it described as like a hairy whale, like a early whale relative. All description of the Bear Lake monster agree, but one team of folklorists stated that it quote is reported to resemble a serpent, but with legs about 18 inches or 47 centimeters long, on which it marauds along the shoreline, close quote. The one article reported that the creature had a, quote, a large undulating body with about 30 feet, or 9.1 meters of exposed surface, of a light cream color moving swiftly through the water at a distance of 3 miles from the point of observation, close quote. Others reported seeing a monster-like creature which went faster than a locomotive and had a head variously described as being similar to that of a cow, otter, crocodile, or a walrus, minus the tusks. Its size was reported to be at least 50 feet, 15 meters long. Excuse me, and certainly not less than 40 feet or 12 meters. Some have reported spikes along its spine, starting from the bottom of the head all the way along its body. Some sightings even spoke of a second member of the species and smaller monsters as well. Okay, we'll have to read this another time. It's not too long. It wouldn't take us too long to get through it. But we have the Bear Lake Monster, and then there's Old Ephraim, which was real. He's just a big grizzly bear who ate. He didn't eat people. He ate like 150 sheep in the summer. He was Old Ephraim. He's not. He wasn't a chupacabra. He was just a big grizzly bear. So, as like a cliff notes or whatever I can remember of the story off the top of my head, he ate a bunch. He was eating a bunch of sheep, and this guy, he evaded capture for a long time. And then this guy eventually caught him. Ephraim got caught in a bear trap. He stepped on a bear trap. This mountain man or whatever was living in the mountains or whatever, and he was sitting in his shack, and then he heard Ephraim yelling, and he went down, and then he didn't actually go down immediately, I don't think, because the bear was angry. Let's see. Deed of death. I can just read it here. By the early 1920s, Frank Clark had become well acquainted with Old Ephraim's habits. In the summer of 1923, he set a trap in one of the bear's favorite resting spots, but Old Ephraim reportedly continued to avoid or disable the traps. On the night of August 22nd, 1923, Clark was awakened by a loud noise near his camp. Armed with a .25 to 35 caliber carbine, he went to investigate, initially thinking a horse was in distress. However, upon approaching the creek, he reportedly saw Old Ephraim standing on his hind legs with a 23-pound bear trap on his paw and a 14-foot chain wrapped around his forelimb. Despite firing several shots, Clark could not stop the bear, who continued advancing, holding the trap above his head. It was only after 7 bullets, with the final one hitting the bear in the brain, that Old Ephraim finally collapsed and died. After Old Ephraim's death, Clark and another herder skinned the bear and buried him near the site of the encounter. Later, Boy Scout Troop No. 43 from Logan, Utah, exhumed the bear's skull and sent it to the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., where it remained until 1978. The skull was returned to Utah and is now displayed at the Utah State University's Merrill Cazier Library. So I think they updated this article since last time I read it. I think it's a little longer. Many elements of Old Ephraim's story have been exaggerated over time. Initial reports described the bear standing nearly 10 feet tall and weighing over 1,100 pounds. However, modern analysis of the bear's skull suggests he was closer to 7 feet, 6.5 inches tall, and weighed approximately 550 pounds. Slightly larger than average, but not extremely large as folklore would claim. Old Ephraim's strength and ability to outwit traps has been a subject of local lore. Some stories from the time claim that Old Ephraim could bite through a 6-inch aspen log in one bite, while others suggested that the bear could remove traps without setting them off. These stories have contributed to the myth of Old Ephraim as a larger-than-life figure, although more conservative estimates of his capabilities provide a more realistic view. There is some uncertainty about the exact date of Old Ephraim's death. While most sources, including Clark's own accounts, place the event on August 22nd, 1923, some sources, including a 1928 retelling in Nature magazine, suggest that Old Ephraim may have been killed as early as July 1922. The Smithsonian's records, however, support the later date of August 1923. Yeah, so there's like a trail that you can hike to go up to where he died, and stuff like that. I think there's a sign out there. It says right here. Old Ephraim's story became a part of the folklore of the American West. Despite Clark's description of Old Ephraim as a bear that only killed what he needed to survive, local stories often depicted the bear as a menace to livestock and people. Old Ephraim's reputation as an outlaw animal is similar to that of other notable predators, such as Lobo, the king of Currumpaw. Currumpaw? Okay, it's a story in a book. And the last mountain lions of the West. A stone monument commemorating Old Ephraim was erected at his gravesite in Logan Canyon in 1966. Designated, lettered, and erected by Max Arthur and Howard Jorgensen, the monument stands 11 feet tall, representing the height of the bear as reported in local stories. The monument also features a poem written by Nephi J. Bott. Old Ephraim, your deeds were so wrong, yet we build you this marker and sing you this song. To the king of the forest, so mighty and tall, we salute you, Old Ephraim, the king of them all. I have never been. One of the scout camps I went to apparently had a tree that Old Ephraim had scratched up. And then some guy later, there was a whole scandal. It was like, oh, actually, he cut down the tree and then just took the section of the tree that had the claw marks on it, and now it's like a table somewhere in some rich person's house. It was upsetting, but he's like, actually, it's not on the camp's property. It was on this property I was already logging on, or something. I don't know. It was some nonsense like that. Anyway, sorry, I did not mean to ramble on this long. Let's see. I don't think Andy is live. Minari's live. And Wampus isn't live. And we raided Convoy on Saturday, so go say hi. Let's go say hi to Minari. Give me 1 second to swap my headphones, and we will be right back. So, anyway, we didn't get any Metazucarents with Utah cryptids. No Old Ephraim no Bear Lake monster. Which is too bad. It's too bad. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for spending time with me tonight. I will see you all tomorrow for peak at 4 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Mountain Time. 3.5 hours roughly before we start stream, usually. We'll be playing with Kumi, RD, and DJ. I'm very excited. It'll be my first time playing Peak. I'm probably going to fall a lot. But please be nice to Minari. She's awesome. Please give her a follow if you're not already. She got a new model, and it's very pretty. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to brush your teeth, drink some water, eat something if you haven't yet, take your meds, put on some cozy pajamas, get some good rest, and I will see you guys tomorrow. The game is called Peak because it's thank you CJ. Thank you CJ. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's true though. No, I'm not Peak. That's not me. But yeah, so this VOD will be live on YouTube or uploaded to YouTube tomorrow night. It will go live tomorrow night. I don't know if I have to wait 24 hours because I'm an affiliate anymore. I'm just doing it out of habit. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Bye bye.